muito. E vender é muito mais do que isso. A gente vai entrar agora à tarde no bloco que vai falar sobre vendas. E falar sobre startup é falar sobre venda, é falar sobre negócio, é falar sobre ideias, é falar sobre explicação, é falar sobre mentores, sobre gurus. E normalmente o guru, ele não se considera guru. Eu acabei de conhecer uma pessoa que é considerada um guru do marketing digital, de vendas, e ele é uma simplicidade, é uma simpatia impressionante, assim, que o guru, normalmente você coloca ele lá em cima, e eu acho que é isso que talvez defina, porque o guru, ele se coloca no mesmo piso de todos nós, isso é muito legal. Então qual que é, o que distingue o marketing, por exemplo, de vendas? Essa é a grande questão. Então, vocês já sabem quem eu vou chamar aqui, eu imagino, mas ele criou uma fórmula mágica para você vencer na jornada do marketing digital. Ele gosta de festa, ele gosta de basquete, ele é da Califórnia, tem mais de 100 mil seguidores do Facebook, 100 mil brasileiros, porque do mundo tem muito mais. Quero chamar ao palco o grande Neil Patel. Neil! Come here. Thank you. Welcome.
How you guys doing? Good? Awesome. Today, I'm going to teach you guys how to generate 1 million visitors a month and counting. In essence, how to create a blog that doesn't suck. You guys ready? I'll make sure that you also make money from it at the same time. Does that work for you? Alright, let's get started. Here's my Twitter handle, Neil Patel. You can use the hashtag case or whatever the event hashtag is. And the blog that I first got to 1 million visitors a month with is one of my corporate blogs, Kissmetrics. It's in the marketing niche. What makes it very hard to get 1 million visitors is this is about marketing digital. There's not that many people who are looking for marketing digital. On the flip side, if I created a blog on, let's say, nutrition, it would be much easier to get traffic, right? Everyone wants to live healthier. Everyone wants to lose weight. Everyone wants to be smarter, more athletic, whatever it may be. A better dancer, you pick. But if I can do it for this blog, that means anyone can do it for almost any other blog. So how do we hit 1 million visitors? We did it from 61 infographics and 1,343 blog posts. Now, before I show you how you can generate a lot of visitors for your own website, your own blog, there's one thing you need to keep in mind. If you don't make money from this, you're wasting your time. Don't just blog for the sake of blogging. Make sure you're generating income. So let's jump into the steps. There's 5 steps you need to take. Step number 1, pick a big enough niche. What do you guys think about the marketing digital niche? Is it good? Bad? Good? What do you think is bigger? Marketing or nutrition? Maybe nutrition? Nutrition is the blue one. You see the difference? Nutrition is applicable to anything. Marketing digital is not. Do you know what also makes it harder to do a blog about marketing versus nutrition? Take a guess. What do you think it would be harder to do a marketing blog? Because I'm competing with other marketers. I'm competing with more Neil Patels. Who wants to compete with me? You want to compete with me? Aha! You're good to go. I'm going to crush you. I'm kidding. But don't compete with marketers. It's easy for us to build links. It's easy for us to write blog posts. Here's an example of a blog that's not in marketing. It's called a nutrition blog. It's called Wellness Mama. You see, Wellness Mama has less links than me. Do you guys understand how links are good? The more people that link to your website, the higher you get rankings in Google, the more Google traffic you get. I have more than double the links She has 757. I have 1,815. My website here gets 1 million visits. Take a guess on how many visits she gets in a month, and she doesn't compete with marketers. What would you say? 2 million? 3 million? Take a guess. DS, 10 million. DS is 10? That's a lot. 10 million. Compete with her. It's not competitive. Pick a big niche. So the way you find a niche is you use Google Trends. On this chart, right? It looks something like that. Type in the industry, the keyword, and I'll tell you how big it is. Compare with digital marketing or marketing digital. If it's bigger than marketing digital, you're good. If it's smaller, pick a bigger niche. So now that you got that right, let's go into building content. There's one thing you need to know when you start writing content. 8 out of 10 people will read your headline, but only 2 out of 10 will read the rest of the content. That just shows you that it's a headline. You write a shit headline, no one's going to read it. Focus on writing a good headline. How do you create one? Well, the first thing to keep in mind is numbers and negative words increase click-through rate. That means more people will read your headline and click through if it has numbers and negative words. You also want to keep your headlines under 65 characters. Why would that be? Because Google cuts it off. If you have a headline that's 100 characters, will Google show all of it when someone's searching? No, they roughly show 65 characters, and that's it. You also want to make sure your headline matches the content. You can't just write headlines on crazy stuff like, what's your name? Yes, what's your name? Rodrigo? Did I say it right? What's your last name? Amori? Yes. If I create a headline, Rodrigo Amori jumped out of an airplane, and what happened next will shock you. It's pretty cool, right? How many of you would want to read it? You want to read it too? You would be dead. Now, the problem is I can't write an article on that because I don't know what happened next either. If I write a good headline, I had to have content that matches that. So my content would be, Rodrigo Obrubri jumped out of an airplane without a parachute. And what happened next was, finito, he died. Right? He's still alive though. We don't want you to die. Good job for living. Don't jump out of an airplane, okay? Your wife will not be happy. Or maybe she will. So if your headline matches the content, you're good. If it doesn't, there's something wrong. When you use numbers, keep in mind, odd numbers perform better than even ones. You also want to use roughly 6 words in your headline. I don't know why. We've tested 5, we've tested 7, we've tested 8. But for some reason, 6 just works better. You want to avoid words with multiple meanings. And you want to include power words, adjectives, right? It's very good to use these power words and adjectives. Here's some examples. Fun, effortless, incredible, strange, absolute. These are all words that make people want to click. Now let's go over a headline. 5 shocking facts that'll change your approach to social media. How's this headline? Muito bom or meh? I don't know how to say bad. Muito bom or meh? Which one? You say good, you say good. Did I get everything right in this headline? No. I kept it too long, too many words, and it was over 65 characters. How do they give grades in Brazil when you're in school? When you were in school, high school, college, what do they give? A, B, C, or like 10, 9, 8? ABC? A is good? Maybe? 10 is good? 10 is best. Okay? So 7 is good or bad? It's so-so. 6 is bad, right? Okay. Your parents want you to get 9s, 10s, right? Don't worry. In my world, if you get a 6, you're still good. Your parents say, no, you need a 10. You say, no, Neil told me if I get a 6, it's still good. I hope none of you are in school, because then I'm going to get an email from your parents. You told my son to get a 6. I'd be like, yes, he'll be rich with a 6. He doesn't need a 10. 10, bleh. 6, muito bom. You cannot get all of them right. It's very hard. So if you can get 5 out of 7 right, you're doing good. 4 out of 7 is okay. You need to get at least 4 out of 7. So once you got the headline, then you want to write content that teaches. All right, here's an example. So this is an example of content that teaches. It's something that you can read, learn from, and you're just like, wow, incredible, amazing. I read this, I can do something now. I read an article the other day teaching me how to install a toilet. I'm kind of crazy. My mom says I need to see a psychiatrist. I bought a toilet. I spent like 20,000 reais on a toilet. Literally, I really bought a toilet for 20,000 reais. It plays music. I like it. And it has lights. And it has Bluetooth. It really does. I can connect my phone to the toilet. And it washes your bum and wipes it so you can be lazy. And it warms it too. You know when it's cold, you sit down and it's like, ah. So I Google an article. I spent 20,000 reais on the toilet, and I'm like, I spend too much money on a toilet. I'm loco. I should just install it myself to save money. So I go to Google. I Google how to install a bidet. It's a fancy toilet. The article just tells me what a bidet is. It doesn't teach me how to install. Is that a good article? No, I Googled how to install it. And not only did I spend 20,000 reais on the toilet, then I couldn't learn how to install it myself. I paid someone 1,500 reais to install the toilet for me. Bad content. If your content teaches people, you're good. If I read that article and I could install my toilet by myself and that plays music and makes my bum go, ah, it would be good. But I didn't learn that from the article. So if your article teaches, you're good. If it doesn't, bleh. I don't know how to say bad, but let's go with that. And then when you write the article, it's not just about writing one good one. You have to be consistently awesome. You have to create good content all the time. Every week. It's not good enough to do once a month. At least once a week. So write good content once a week minimum. And then you want to create a conversation. You see, we're conversing. And your name was Rodrigo, right? Yeah, see, I remember. Me and Rodrigo had a conversation about you jumping off a plane, right? And then we talked about how your wife, would she be happy or sad? You're laughing. You hope she's sad? Do you want to do a test and try it out? We'll find out. I'll let you know if she's happy or sad after. So we're creating a conversation. You see this? When you blog, you can create a conversation using the word you and I. Just that simple. You or I. Don't make it like a lecture. I loved college. How many of you guys went to university? And you guys went to all high school, right? Did you guys like it? I liked it. You know why I liked it? My mom would always tell me, Neil, go to sleep. You have school tomorrow. I would tell her, no worries, Mom. I'll sleep in school. Because the teacher just gives me a lecture. It's so boring. I was like, oh, this is history. Oh, this is good. Good now. I would wake up. I'd be like, oh, this is good. I would come home. My mom's like, wow, you have so much energy, you know? Like, was school that good? I'm like, school was muito bom. I slept the whole time. I love sleeping in school. My best sleep in school. The teacher, right when they talk, I just pass out. But that you don't want to do that with your blog, right? You need to create a conversation. So what else should you be doing? Well, your blog post should be at least 2,200 words, because those are the posts that rank highly, and I'll explain why in a bit. You want to use 3 to 5 headings throughout your blog post, kind of like a book, so that way people can skim it. You want to end your blog post with a conclusion, so that way people can just get a quick summary. And you want to create infographics. So one quick stat that I want to show you guys is the average web page that ranks number 1 on Google for any keyword contains 2,416 words. That little simple thing can help you determine, or it can help you get your content to rank higher. Make it thorough, detailed. And we got, with the Kissmetrics blog, in total, over all the years, 4.5 million visitors and 57,000 backlinks from over 4,000 domain names from this one type of content, infographics. Like, how do colors affect purchases? Look at all the social shares. Same with this one, bounce rate demystified. I worked in an analytics company. You guys know what bounce rate is? Most people don't, so we created an infographic. What makes someone leave a website? Again, another good one. So here's some tips for infographics. Keep them visual. The infographic isn't about words, it's about visualization. You want to see. Seeing is believing. You want to make complex information easy to understand. If it's too complicated, no one's going to read the infographic. Make it really easy to understand. You also want to have 5 or 6 main points, such as the meaning of colors. If I was doing an infographic on colors, the meaning of colors. What colors men like versus which colors women like. Those are all examples of points. You also want to make sure it flows well together. Create a story, right? You want to use simple colors. I know Brazil, your flag is green, yellow. You guys love yellow Camaros. I don't know why. In America, the Camaro is like, nah, it's a shit car. No one drives it. And it costs so much money here. It's like 80,000, 100,000 reais, right? In America, it's like 40,000 reais. No one wants it. You can buy a used one for 10,000 reais. No one wants them. But in Brazil, you will have all the girls if you have a yellow Camaro. Rodrigo knows, right? That's why you had to jump out of a plane. Your wife was mad. She cut the parachute. You better get rid of that Camaro. And last but not least, so those colors, it's too bright. Make them simple, so that way people can put them on their site. You also want to put your logo at the bottom. That way you get more visibility, branding. You can also try creating an infographic, or what we like doing in America is we just pay people to do it. I remember I spoke at a conference a few months ago in Brazil. I come here every 2 months. And at the conference, someone was telling me, Neil, you pay $500? I'll do it for you for $450. I was like, really? This is a good deal. And then later I found out he gets it done for 100 reais. I was like, oh. He made good money on me though, I don't mind. Smart guy. In Brazil, you guys can get it done even cheaper. Just pay someone to do it. Go get that college student. You're like, look, you know, like me, I sleep in class. You're like, you're going to sleep in class, create me an infographic while you're in school. If you get a 6 out of 10, your mom will be upset, but at least you made 100 reais while you're in class, so it's all good. And last but not least, you can't forget about comments. So when someone responds, you respond back. If Rodrigo and I are talking and he says something to me and I don't pay attention, wouldn't he get mad, upset? I was dating a girl and she told me I do something all the time. So for example, if I'm talking to you, what's your name? Alex. Is that a Brazilian name? Yes? Okay. So let's say I'm talking to Alex, and I have a conversation with you. Hey Alex, how are you doing? Are you enjoying the case event? What do you think so far? You're supposed to talk back. No, you keep going. See, if I don't even look at Alex, and I do that, that's rude, right? I used to do that to a girl I was dating. I didn't realize that. She would get mad at me. I didn't realize until she got mad at me. But don't do that. That's like not responding to comments. Because for me, when someone would talk to me, I just go like this and I think about work, which is not good. I love work though. It's great. It's fun. But the point I'm trying to make, Alex, I don't want to be rude to you. You ask me a question, I'm going to respond. Why? Because I love you. Right? We're friends. Yes. You love me too? Oh, he doesn't love me. I was like, oh. Okay, you're going to jump out of the plane. Rodrigo here is not going to jump out of the plane. I'm kidding. So now that you know how to create content, start your blog, let's talk about the next step, collecting emails. So with one of my blogs, QuickSprout, emails drive 40% of the revenue. That's a lot. They are also responsible for 35% of the comments, 34% of the social shares, and they are my most loyal audience. It's very good. You think, how much traffic do you think I get from email? If they make up 40% of the revenue, 35% of the comments, 34% of the socials, how much do you think? 20, 30, 40%? Does that sound right? What do you think? Yes? See? No? Emails only make up 4.58% of the unique visitors. You see that? 19,810. 4.58%. But they make up most of the revenue, most of the social shares. So you need to collect emails. For every 100 visitors you have, 5 of them will turn into an email subscriber if you follow my steps. You ready to follow my steps? You ready to follow my steps? Yes, all right. So first, newsletter opt-ins. Let someone opt into your blog, your website. Simple newsletter opt-in in the sidebar works well. You can do even better ones. Offer free courses, guides. These are all examples. It helps a lot when you offer something. You're much more likely to give me my email if I give you something in return. You can also try pop-ups, right? When they leave a website, why not show them an offer? You can also use the header opt-in. So above the fold, from aha to oh shit, I'm sharing my journey. I'm sharing everything on my journey to 100,000 monthly visitors. I'm learning a lot and so will you. That's an example of a header opt-in. I also use content upgrades. If you write a blog post, Rodrigo, what kind of business do you have? Advertising company. You do advertising for other people? Okay, so you teach people on how to do better ads, right? You help other people with their ads. So you may write a blog article on how to make more money from advertising, right? So then your content upgrade could be download the cheat sheet on how to generate more money from your ads. And then you give them a cheat sheet. That's an example of a content upgrade. It's an opt-in related to the blog post. And they click on the yellow box and boom, then you get the pop-up. And then they download. Then you can also do landing pages. Here's an example. They click the button, they also generate, you ask them for name and email. You also want to use email tips, or here's some general email tips, right, that you want to use. You create a journey that people can follow. People resonate with stories. You can also, if you can't create a journey, leverage a guide or an ebook or a course. Try to use as many of the email methods that I talked about, because the more you use, the more emails you collect. And out of all of them, the pop-ups and the content upgrades will generate you the most emails. So now let's go into promoting your content, and then we'll go into making money. Promotion. I started a new blog on nutrition last year. And in the first 30 days, I got 35,000 visitors without doing any paid advertising. My ideal time to post, I learned. Best time to post, Mondays, 11 a.m. I've tested this in Brazil too. How many of you guys here know I have a blog in Brazil? 1, 2, 3, just a few of you. neilpatel.com/br. And you'll notice that we post in the afternoon. Why? Brazilians love to read in the afternoon. Mornings? No, you guys don't. I don't know what you guys do in the mornings. Maybe sleep? You guys have bad traffic. Maybe drive to work in the yellow Camaro? Yeah. You're making good money with advertising. Look at that. He said, yeah. He's like, I don't jump out of the plane. I buy the plane. Good for you, Rodrigo. When you want to send emails to your blog readers, early mornings, and you want to send 1 to 4 emails a month. Why do you want to send emails in the early mornings when no one reads their emails in the mornings? Because when they read in the afternoon, you're the first one in their inbox. You send it too late, then the next day when they open up their emails, there's all these other ones ahead of you. And here's the email template I use. Hey, Rodrigo, I just want to share with you my latest blog post. Then you put the title of the blog post. Then you put the first 2 paragraphs. And then you go, cheers, Neil. And then you always put a PS. PS, if I can help you make more money from your ads, if you need help making more money from advertising, go here. That way you can also make money every time you send out an email. The ideal time to share your content on the web, midweek and weekends, noon and 6 p.m. That's where everyone is on social media. The other thing you need to do is for every 1,000 words of content you create, you should link out to people. It doesn't have to be 25 times. Could be 5 times. If I'm writing an article on advertising, and Rodrigo right here is the master, I would link to him because he has more good information, right? Yeah. And then when I email Rodrigo, I'm going to send him an email that goes like something like this. Hey, Rodrigo, I just want to let you know I'm a big fan of your work. So much so that I even linked to you in my latest blog post. Feel free and share it if you like the post. Your #1 fan, Neil. Would you share my post if I did this for you, Rodrigo? Yeah, look at that. It works. Now, if you do this email to me, it will not work. Everyone always tries doing this email to me. It's like, I already sent it to you guys. Why would you do it again back to me? And then they email me, Neil, I don't believe you that it works unless you share it. I'm not going to believe you, so you prove it. You share it. If you don't share it, I'm going to tell everyone in Brazil you're meh. So then I had to share it. But don't do this to me, okay? Be nice. I'll do it to you, though, but you don't do it to me. Look at Alex. You getting ideas there, Alex? No, that's right. You didn't say you love me. You better not get ideas. If you share, maybe I'll love you again. So I'm going to go over another secret. You want a cool strategy? In Brazil, I know Twitter is not popular. How many of you guys use Twitter? Decent amount. How many of you use Facebook? Everyone, right? Instagram? Decent amount. How many of you guys have seen on Instagram? Neil Patel? No one? A few. You guys are shy. You don't want to tell your wife you saw it, right? You saw? Yeah, you go look it up. It's interesting. But, okay, so everyone in Brazil, not a lot of people use Twitter, but you can do something cool. You can go to Twitter and go search for popular articles. So you go to buzzsumo.com, buzzsumo.com, buzzsumo.com. You type in keywords like advertising, yellow Camaro, whatever it may be. It shows you all the popular articles. You then click view shares. It comes up with a list that looks something like this. If you don't pay for BuzzSumo, you can also type in those articles into search.twitter.com, and it shows you all the people who share this content. Then you shoot them an email. You find their contacts by Googling, and you do the same thing. This is a template. It's something like this. So the subject is the article they shared, and it goes like, hey, Rodrigo, I noticed you tweeted one of my favorite posts, and you put in the post that they wrote or they tweeted. I actually have a similar post coming out next week. It's very comprehensive and provides actionable tips. Want to see when it goes live? Cheers, Neil. And you want to put at the end, P.S., let me know if there's anything I can help you with. A lot more people respond when you do that. Many times they'll respond saying, yeah, then you email them back saying, here you go, cheers, and your name. Another thing you can do to really grow your blog is translate your content. Most people don't speak English. In Brazil, they only say 4% of the people speak English. Do you think that's true? Maybe more, maybe 10% max, but no more than that, right? Why not translate? I translated into Portuguese for Brazil. Look at my traffic. Orange is before translating, blue is after translating. You see how I got more traffic? Here's one of my articles on neilpatel.com/br. O guia definitivo para explicar. I cannot read Portuguese. Pages super convertedoras. Look at that. It's in Portuguese. I wrote that too. No, I didn't write it. I wrote the English one. Someone else translated it for me. I don't speak Portuguese other than obrigado, de nada, sem queijo. I order a lot of food, room service. Sem queijo, sem mayonnaise, abacate. What else is there? Sem frito, sem sal. Everything has salt. You know salt? I don't know why there's so much salt on food. Like, don't people die from heart attacks in Brazil? I want you guys to live longer. My Brazilian team members, they came to visit me in San Diego. They're like, Neil, where's the salt? And I'm like, it's in the food. They're like, not enough. They asked the server from the restaurant, salt, and they go, the voice guy, if he came back, he would do the salt noises. He'd be like, I cannot do it like him. So here's some general translation tips. Go for big populations, like Brazil. Look for countries that have good GDP. Partner with the locals. I have a big team in Brazil. I love Brazil, good people. They help ensure that the quality is good. You build links from other sites within the region, and then always do manual translation. If I did the automatic, I wouldn't know if it's good Portuguese. You had to have people look it over. In addition to that, in your blog sidebar, you want to cross-link to your best content. Like you see how I link to like online marketing? Then I also rank on Google for online marketing because I link in my sidebar. It helps. Link from all your major pages. Here's some linking tips. Focus on high quality content like guides. Spend time and money on design. Make it beautiful. Muito bom. See, I know that word too. I'm learning. Don't stress about anchor text. You want to cross-link in your content too. Link from your blog post to your best other blogs posts. And you only want to link when it makes sense. Don't just link to rank higher. Link when it benefits the user. Now, last section. You guys ready for this? Want to make some money? Yeah. Let's teach you how to make some money so you guys can all get a Camaro. 1, don't be lazy. It's not just about short-term income. It's about long-term income. So the first thing you can do is you can use pop-ups on your website, and you can drive them to a landing page. And I'll show you what a landing page looks like later on. You can also use ads. And when you use ads, you make your own ads, you drive them to a landing page. You see this one on the bottom left of the guy with the glasses? He looks creepy, right? How do you say creepy in Portuguese, Rodrigo? This what? Cizito? He looks like a Cizito? Yes. He's like, Cizito. He wasn't really looking like this. I made him look like this. I photoshopped it. He let me Photoshop it. But because he looks Cizito, I get a lot of clicks. If he looked normal, like Giselle, not a lot of clicks. Cizito, a lot of clicks. You can also link to your landing pages in your sidebar, the pages that your sales page, like your checkout page, your product page, you can link them in your sidebar. You can also use exit pop-ups to link, right? You can also use products like Hello Bar, which put a message at the top of your site. And then you want to drive everyone to a landing page that keeps going and going and going and going. Do you know why we do landing pages that are long? It helps build trust. Alex, if you spent 10 seconds on my website without knowing me, would you trust me? No. Don't kiss my butt. How do you say don't kiss my butt? Don't kiss my butt. In 10 seconds, you trust me after 10 seconds? See, that's a good answer. Good job. But if you spent 10 minutes on my website, would you trust me? Possibly. He's right. Possibly. When you have a long landing page, people spend more time on your web page. They trust you more. Create longer landing pages. And that's how you sell. You take them to a landing page, you collect them lead, you sell them on there. You can sell them products. Here's an example of a fitness site, muscle site. Woo, you know? They sell supplements. How much do you think they do in money a month? 3 million plus reais from their blog. That's good money, no? They sell products like this. They take pictures of men without t-shirts, and then they offer products, and they put free shipping, 50% off. Then they send you to landing pages that look like this, and they sell products. So here's a few general sales rules. Always add a few upsells and downsells. When someone buys something, what do you sell, Alex?
Just studying.
You're just studying? Okay, let's pick on someone new. Let's see, what do you sell? Software? What kind of software? Genie Academist? Jeep? Oh, gym membership, like a class pass. So you manage all your gym memberships. For the company or the person?
More like management.
For the management. Okay, so check this out. If someone buys your software, when they check out, can't you offer training as an upsell? No. Why not? The software is ready to go by itself?
It's a different kind of service.
No, I know that. But the company that's using it, you can upsell them for your longer membership. If they pay for 1 month, you can offer them a discount if they pay for a year. You can offer a promotion if they do, what is it called? More than one gym, because sometimes people own more than one, right? All those types of things, that's an upsell. If they say no, you can then give them a downsell. You can give them a guide that teaches them how to get their members to pay for the membership longer, because people cancel, right? That's an example of a downsell. You see? Now you're making more money from your customers. You gonna go do that now? Good job. Muito bom. So you also want to make sure upsells are relevant. Remember his upsells? Very relevant. You want to test physical products and digital, like muscle products. You can do service, consulting. You need to test different types. You want to survey people using tools like SurveyMonkey to figure out what's good, what's bad, what do they want. You want to create evergreen products that last forever. You don't want to create a product and the next month have to create another one. You want your product to last a long time. And last but not least, when you're trying to make money, the money's in the people who say no. Just because someone says no right now doesn't mean they won't buy later on. Right? So when someone says no, you get their email, you sell them later on. You build the trust. As Alex said, you may not trust me right away, But after I email you for a month and you read, you spend an hour on my site, you're more likely to trust me. Then you're likely to buy. So that's it. Thank you guys, everyone. I appreciate it. I love Brazil. You guys are amazing.